the Outback, the rugged estate from Subaru.
Behold, the Subaru Outback.
It's powered by a 2.5 litre petrol engine, and that's the Flat Four Boxer. It's got a lineartronic gearbox and all-wheel drive, so yes, it's very capable off-road.
Prices start for about £30,000 and it's chock full of safety features, including lane keep assist and eyesight.
Well, that's it. Subaru's Eyesight System is one of the best that we've ever seen. Collision detection and the things that Annabelle has mentioned. This is the SE Premium. It's got 18-inch wheels, it comes with leather. It's even got electric seats with memory function. It's very practical, it's very roomy, and it certainly is a rugged estate.
Saying that, I'll be looking at the exterior and the styling.
I'll be looking at the interior, the functionality, the build quality.
We'll then both be driving it, then I will bring you the final verdict on whether or not this is the car for you.
If you like car reviews, the latest car news, even projects, why not subscribe to the channel? Hit the notification bell, that way you'll be notified every time we upload some new content.
Thank you. Stepping around to the front of the vehicle, the first thing you notice is the rugged look. With the raised ride height, it assures you that this is very capable off-road. With the stylised grille, the chrome and the sculpted lenses, it's very mod, but it still retains the look and feel of Subaru. And when it comes to tech on this car, it's chock full. It comes with LED daytime running lights, automatic LED headlamps with high beam assist. I love this nifty little feature which has got a pop-up headlamp washer, great for when you're off-road, and rain sensing wipers. One of my favourite features is eyesight, which includes active cruise control. Other features Ben will cover. Stepping round to the side of the vehicle, the first thing you notice are the 18-inch alloy wheels, and with a high-profile tyre, it will give you lots of comfort on and off-road. There are different sizes available with different trims. Interesting to see that there is no plastic cladding around the arches. However, the plastic down the side of the vehicle does accent the off-road look, and you're reminded that it's an Outback. In terms of tech, you've got power folding heated door mirrors with blind spot detection, lane keep assist, sway alert and cross traffic monitoring. This model also comes with keyless entry. It's got a nice sloping roof with roof rails, and the chrome inlay around the window does give it a nice smart look. I like the fact that the privacy glass also has a UV filter. It also has all-round disc brakes which are vented at the front. Coming round to the back of the vehicle, the rugged look is continued in the back bumper and you can easily see the raised ride height. One of the nice design features that I like is the fact that the black on the bumper here is matched with the rear spoiler. Very nice. You're reminded that it's a Subaru Outback, and the badge tells you that it utilises the symmetrical all-wheel drive that is a signature of Subaru. It also comes with a tow bar, a reversing camera and a high-level brake light. However, we don't have any parking sensors on this model.
Stepping into the Outback is nice and easy thanks to the raised ride height. As you can see, the doors open nice and wide as well. When you step into the SE Premium, you're met with a very luxurious experience. Soft touch plastics on the dashboard, leather wrapped steering wheel, lovely armrest here, leather, stitching and very comfortable seats. And they're electric too. Decent sized infotainment screen, and there's a mix of materials as well. Chrome effects and gloss effects too. And a sunroof. Now don't get me wrong, you will find hard touch plastics in this, but they're of a great quality and they're usually in the places that you're not actually going to reach. When it comes to the door finishes and the seats, it's exquisite. When it comes to functionality in this car, it's all singing and dancing, it really is. All round electric windows, power folding heated door mirrors. Combined with Subaru's Eyesight System, this car is quite outstanding. It's got sway assist, cross traffic monitoring, blind spot detection. You've also got collision detection, emergency braking, and it's all from this Subaru Eyesight System that's mounted up here. It's got various cameras and you've got active cruise control as well. However, I'm jumping the gun a bit here, so I'm going to go back. It also has a start engine stop button. There's a memory button here which looks like it's something to do with the power tailgate. An actual power tailgate button. You can turn off collision detection, your lane keep assist, your start stop and your ABS, not that you'd want to. Very clear dials, rev counter on the left, speedo on the right, fuel computer in the center, displays things like stats, economy, media and tells you if your doors are open. When it comes to the steering wheel, media controls on the left with your telephony underneath. On the right hand side is your active cruise control. You can set the distance, you can set the speed, You've got a toggle switch as well that you can set other things. For example, if you want to set the limit. It's got automatic headlamps with high beam assist, they're LED, rain sensing wipers, and when it comes to the infotainment screen, it's got Subaru Starlink, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, DAB radio, and satellite navigation. You can also set some of the car's settings there as well, and tweak some of the safety settings from Subaru's Eyesight. I don't quite know what you're doing, young man, but this is not your car, it's mine. I think, yeah, oh, now you're getting a little rambunctious, my friend. So as we can see, cats love Subaru. You've got air conditioning here, heated seats, shortcut controls here. It all appears on a digital screen. Looks very smart. There's also an auxiliary port in there and USB and 12-volt socket. Below that, your lineartronic gearbox. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you've got a manual on the right. There's also paddles on the back of the steering wheel as well. The AVH button here, power handbrake with hill start assist. You've also got a button for your reversing camera here and X mode. This is where you enable 4-wheel drive. You also have your sunroof controls and your auto dimming mirror. When it comes to practicality, I'm 6'3" and I've got decent headroom. I can also drop the seat more if I like, or I can put it up because yes, it's electric. It's even got memory function here. The passenger seat is also electric. You've got a nice armrest here that's very comfortable for driving. Combine it with this and you've got a very refined driving experience. The steering wheel has reach and rake adjustment. When it comes to storage, decent sized door bins. You've got a bottle holder at the front and an area behind where you could put some snacks. Moving to the centre just below the aircon, got a nice storage area. It has a door that just closes like so. Moving to the middle, 2 cup holders with these nifty little plastic toggles that basically when you put the cup in, it grips it. Behind the cup holders, leather wrapped armrest, very comfortable whilst driving. Knick-knacks tray, decent size as well, you get your lunch in there. When it comes to the glove box, well, that's of a decent size too. My, that was simplicity to step into. The raised ride height really does assist with climbing in, and the doors open nice and wide too. Once back here, it's very comfortable, leather everywhere. Now surprisingly, because it's got a sloping roofline, I thought I may be very limited in headroom, but even sat like this, I've got about 2 inches still free, which is great news, especially for me as I'm 6'3". The fit and finish of the rear of the car matches the front, it really does. You even have soft touch plastics on top of the doors too. Nice leather wrapped armrest, stitching everywhere. You can even recline your seat here as well. Lots of legroom as you can see, I mean literally masses. You can get your feet under as well, so that makes it comfortable. There is a bit of a transmission tunnel, but it doesn't eat into much space. When it comes to carrying passengers, well, 2 people are going to be very comfortable on a long journey, 3 people on shorter journeys, and 3 children. That shouldn't be a problem at all. You've also got ISOFIX points as well. One thing I love about the Subaru is the fact that it has 4 grab handles. That really does help you if you have mobility challenges. It's not too dark in here with the privacy glass. It would have been good to see a panoramic because it would have given you a bit more light, but it is quite light and airy. And as I said, it's quite a big space as well. When it comes to the centre, you've got vents for the air conditioning and various charging points too. You have no reading lights, but there is a central light here for the rear passengers. Mat pockets on the back of the seats, electric window. The doors are lightened up very nicely with this satin effect as well. Overall, a very premium experience. And the one thing you're probably asking yourself, does it have a pull down armrest? Well, of course. 2 cup holders in it as well. When it comes to the boot of the car, you can unlock it using the key fob. There's also a power tailgate button as well. If I press it again, it will actually close. And you can also close it using this as well. And there's a button on the dashboard too. Subaru have been very clever. They've actually dropped this lip, so there's absolutely no boot lip now, which is great to hear. 512 litres of space, which realistically you could get a fair few holdalls and suitcases in there. However, the staggering part is when you drop the seats, it increases to 1,848, which is, well, it's pretty astronomical. You could get 2 mountain bikes in there. The seats are 60/40 folding, and it doesn't lay completely flush, but it is pretty damn flat. As you can see, you've got extra storage under here as well. It's quite, literage wise, it's going to be around 50 litres I'd expect. It's pretty big. You've also got an inflation kit, and to bring the seats down you just pull these levers here, and as you can see you've got a retractable parcel shelf too. As you can see from the weather, it looks like autumn has hit rather early. It's windy, it's wet, but those are the perfect conditions. And as you know, we're driving the Subaru Outback. It's powered by a 2.5 injection petrol engine. It's got a lineartronic gearbox, and it's full all-wheel drive. Yes, Subaru's signature symmetrical system. Ooh, lane departure's going already. It's also got Subaru's Eyesight System as well. Fabulous, really is one of the best out there. There's things like active cruise control, doesn't it, Annabelle?
Lane keep assist as well, yeah. It's chock full of safety features.
We've had Eyesight in a variety of the vehicles actually. The last time we drove a biggish Subaru was the Forester.
It was, yeah.
And that had a lineartronic box as well, but this one, as you can tell, a lot quicker. And it's quite...
That's peppy.
It's quite quick on its feet.
That's very peppy, yes. So what is the Subaru Outback like?
As soon as you get in here, it's full of premium materials, it's very luxurious, full leather seats and that kind of thing. And that's a kick down. Now, lineartronics aren't known to be the fastest acting gearboxes in the world, but this one, especially coupled to the 2.5, it's far more peppy than I was actually thinking it would be. Because last time we had the Forester, I mean, granted that was a bigger vehicle, but you did need to really put your foot down to pull away, which could become challenging joining things like dual carriageways. Whereas this, there's none of that. It really is very prompt.
Wow, how quick is that? Literally
yeah,
3
see,
seconds.
there you go, that's the air conditioning, and it cleared the windscreen.
3 seconds,
Yeah.
or less.
Yes, the lineartronic in the Forester, combined with that engine, wasn't the fastest thing in the world, whereas this is a completely different kettle of fish, and it's the Boxer configuration engine as well. So flat 4. Oh, treat! How does it handle, and how well planted does it feel? Well, this is very, very good. It's very stable, and even with the raised ride height, it doesn't wallow.
There is very little body roll, even as a passenger.
I was going to say, yeah, it feels very good. The steering's weighted. It does lighten up when you're doing manoeuvres and that kind of thing. However, you put your foot down and, yeah, it does get heavier. And it gives you great feedback, it really does. You can tell that Subaru have rally heritage. As for brakes, as you can see there, fabulous discs all round, vented at the front. You've also got an automatic handbrake as well.
It's very versatile.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about Subaru, isn't it? When it comes to tech, they are pretty cutting edge, they really are.
Yeah.
Like from emergency braking to active cruise control.
Well, it's got lane sway and departure warning as well. Pre-collision throttle management. Fantastic.
Yeah, the suspension's very good on this as well. It's not too hard. If you hit a pothole, well, it kind of eats it up. There is a stiffness to it, but that helps with handling, doesn't it?
It does, but I do find that you have more bounce and bump. They've managed it really well.
It's only the worst potholes that will bang, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, with the raised ride height and great suspension, you don't really notice it.
But it's not surprising, is it? Because it is a four-wheel driver. It is
true.
For off-roading. I mean, you've even got the headlamp washers as well.
I love that little nifty feature. Yeah, that's one of my favourites, actually. Yeah.
The suspension also holds the car very well, so you can basically, you could move your steering wheel like that and it would just feel under control. It really will. Look how light it is whilst we're pulling along in slow traffic now. It's very good.
As you can see, the start and stop features just kicked in, so for city driving or heavy traffic, it's a very, very handy feature to have.
Starts immediately. Very good. So, automatic gearbox, as we said, lineartronic, which is a CVT in essence. Park, reverse, neutral. You've also got drive there and manual if you knock it to the right, but you've also got paddles on the back of the steering wheel as well. Very clear dials. I mean, look at that for a launch for a CVT. Yeah, very impressive. but we are running a 2.5 injection petrol engine. It's also got some tricks up its sleeve as well. X mode, that's a button down here. It's also got descent control.
It's got active torque vectoring as well, Ben.
Depending on which mode you're in, because this has intelligent mode, so you've got S and I, and that's the SI drive. Now, if you combine that with the lineartronic box, that you do get prompt power, which is something you don't really expect to experience in a CVT. And this does really change that experience. I mean, as you can see, it just sails along. It's quite remarkable for a CVT, to be honest.
Well, they call it Subaru Intelligent Drive, and it seems to be exactly that, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Driving modes, active torque vectoring differentials, and the lineartronic gearbox, it really does tick all the boxes.
This car is extremely well teched out. You've got automatic lights, rain sensing wipers, high beam assist, and as we mentioned, the Subaru Eyesight System that gives you things like active cruise control. On the steering wheel you can set the distance from the car in front, and when it detects cars it will automatically slow down and pull away and so on, depending on how you've set the speed. Let's engage I.
That is fast.
As I say, that's not bad, is it?
That was very interesting.
But it felt under control as soon as I pulled away, went around the corner and then straightened up. It wasn't leaning excessively or anything like that. We're in S mode. Let's see how it launches from a set of lights. That's considerably quicker. It really is.
Very, very peppy. Seems also to be a lot more power in there. We could have kept going.
When it comes to the fuel computer, you've got a compass, you've got your MPG meter. You can also see, I think it's tyre pressures, each one for each tyre.
Well, that's handy, especially if you're under heavy load.
Yeah. There's also road sign recognition, a really handy option down here where you can adjust the height of your beams for when you're towing. With the raised ride height, it makes you wonder how well it will accelerate and corner at the same time. Well, let's find out. Because it's four-wheel drive and it's well set up, it doesn't slip around, so we didn't actually drift to one side. Good news.
So even though you've just floored it off, what is it saying in terms of miles to the gallon?
41.5.
Oh, wow, that is very good.
That's quite staggering for a 2.5 injection, but let's face it, the lineartronic is there for economy. It's not really there for spirited driving, even though
it handles it very well when it does.
Well, exactly. With your SI drive you can actually change that.
Yeah, too right.
Everything just works together in unison and gives you, well, it's a great experience.
It doesn't just tick all the boxes, you're right. It meshes together to give you a really unparalleled driving experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And a passenger experience as well, as that.
And you've got the raised ride height as well, so you can go down muddy trails. You can't quite go green laning, but it is very, very capable.
With very little body roll whilst you're doing it.
With a 2.5 litre petrol injection engine and a lineartronic gearbox, this Outback utilises the Boxer Flat 4 and also features symmetrical all-wheel drive. The SE Premium we have really does make a statement, with its luxurious materials, exquisite finishes and plush leather electrically operated seat. Prices for the range start at just over £30,000 and the model we have here costs just over £33,000. Standard features include Eyesight, Subaru's driver assistance technology, rear cross traffic monitoring, blind spot detection, and high beam assist, to name but a few. It also comes with keyless entry, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The SE Premium also comes with a power sliding sunroof. There are also lots of accessories you can buy to keep your Outback looking its best. It's NCAP 5 and Euro 6 too. With fantastic safety features, a towing capacity of up to 2 tonnes, a 5-year warranty and a host of tech fitted as standard, the Subaru Outback may just